Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the iceHQ ice rink in Reservoir, Melbourne, Australia, on Warranjoy, Woiwurrung traditional land for the iceHQ Pro League Round 3, Game 1. It's the clash between the top of the ladder, undefeated Reservoir Dogs and the Inferno, and the Inferno are desperate to get a win tonight. I'm Carl Brewer, and I'll be bringing you this coverage this evening for this Women's Pro League here at iceHQ, a series that we're enormously proud of. We give the women players the same respect and opportunities that we give to the male players, which is how it should be. Welcome back. Anyway, the school holidays did feel like a very long break. A good 3 weeks between the last round and today, but we are back. These two teams, the Reservoir Dogs in the black and the Inferno in the white, they have played twice together, played each other twice so far this season. First time around in round 1, the Dogs won it 4-1. Second time around in round 2, the Dogs won it 5-2. So in both cases, the margin was a 3-goal winning margin. The Inferno would like to do better this time and possibly get themselves a win. The Dogs are on a bit of a heater. It was a while ago, but they did have a 7-2 thumping of the Snipers, with Butler taking 4 goals. She's got 10 goals so far in 4 games this season. She has been on fire, has been Butler. The housemate line for the Dogs, Shana Godfrey, Steph Cochran, and of course Danny Butler have been superb. Between them, they've scored almost all of the goals, 19 of the 22 Dogs goals so far. If you can shut them down, you're in with a chance of winning the game. It sounds easy. It's not. Those three are absolutely superb. Butler's a magician. Cochran makes it all happen, and Godfrey, well, she's tough and hard, and she's everywhere where she needs to be all the time. So a very, very difficult team to play against, an even harder team to beat. But the Inferno are here to give it a go. To make it even harder, the Dogs have only given away 5 goals this season, so they have been almost a brick wall. They've got 2 great goalies in Kayla Best and Taylor Lester. I'm not sure who will be attacking them. It looks like it might be Best warming up at the moment, but we will see how that pans up. She's got Taylor Lester behind the net as well, both of them saving in the .9s. Be nice to see the D's defence get a few more shots in from the point, see if they can spread out their scoring a little bit. They will need to, if they can, to try and create a few more opportunities. But the Inferno they're up against, they have not had the season they want yet. They've had one win way back versus the Snipers in May, and that was when Mahoney got 2 and Crawley got 1. Their goalies have not been their fault. Carson has done particularly well, and Slade Baker has also been excellent in net for the 2. But defensively, they've been okay. What they haven't been able to do is they haven't been able to score. Sparrow and Rama in particular have been strong and resolute in defence, and we all know Georgia Carson is an absolute wall, and her leadership has been outstanding throughout this season as well for the Inferno. Blondin and Stinger's big poke checks are fantastic, but they need to own the slot against Godfrey in particular. So when Shana Godfrey finds her way into the slot, she's going to need to have an Inferno defender there, lifting her stick up off the ice and pushing her out of the way. Otherwise, she will run rampant and tickle the twine more times than the Inferno would like. Poppy Kelly has had a couple of opportunistic goals, and Georgia Carson had a magical one last round, but otherwise their goal-scoring stats are pretty bare. They have plenty of work and plenty of shots, but just not hitting the twine as much as they would like. They will need to see Parrington, Mendham and Mahoney in particular start to realise their potential, and Cashin and Crawley to start to shine. Also expect to see Yo-Yo Meissner start to tear it up, as we are about to get this game underway. 3 18-minute periods, not stop time. And there will be no break between periods for a cut. It will be a 2-minute break, I believe, and then straight into the players. Godfrey's lining up, and the centre for the Dogs, and it looks like she is lining up against Parrington. So an interesting tussle to start it all off. Just while we wait for the referees to get underway. Chief referee tonight is Mark Ferrello, who will do a superb job as always, and we're underway. The face-off won by Parrington. Wins it back to the Inferno D, trying to look to play it up the ice, but only gets it as far as Tran, who dumps it in deep into the corner. Parrington now winds it up, finds a good connection on the far wing. Bursting in now is Inferno with a chance, but just stuck up on the corner. The nice piece of play there by Baker, just tying it up. And now Godfrey chips the puck out of the zone. Parrington steps away and waits for the pass. Picks it up on the boards, but she's pressured by Godfrey. And Tran now forced to play it up. Godfrey and Parrington with another matchup, and this time it's buried down to the corner. The Cochran trying to put some pressure on it, but Godfrey now stuck in the tussle. Comes across the other side, and just not quite able to get it through there was Sabulski. And now the puck is dumped down the other end. Bad timing on the change there for the Dogs. Parrington had an opportunity, but racing over quickly to solve the problem was Paige Cameron, who did a good job of shutting down that chance. Dogs trying to get a change quickly, but did leave themselves exposed for just a second or two. Playing the puck out now through the zone was Bri Johnson, who has been superb. Well, makes some space, runs into a wall of Inferno defence and just not quite able to carry the puck out. Inferno now trying to break it out in the hands of Crawley, but it's around the back for them now. And just rimming around the back now. Crawley with an opportunity to play the puck up the ice if she can, but it is just held in there by the Dogs' defence. And just playing around through the corner now. Crawley once more with an opportunity to try and play the puck up the ice. And she's just stuck in a little bit of a tussle. There's a few too many dogs floating around. Cameron loose in the slot, looking for an opportunity as well. 2 dogs in deep, just getting a bit of a shove. Get out of my way there. And the Inferno doing a good job. They get a shot on the net, but there's a pad in the way. Now the Dogs have another chance, but now they're trying to break it out. Finally, the Inferno in Carson managed to clear the puck out of the zone. And they do so, but it's brought back in again. Nice forechecking pressure by the Dogs. Now the puck coming out and just chipped in deep there by Britt Mendham, who saw that she was pretty keen to get a change. Running the puck in behind the net. They've got numbers back, the Dogs, trying to chip the puck up the ice to Godfrey, but it's picked off beautifully by Parrington, who has a chance in the corner. She's got to play loose in the slot. Pass comes across, not quite able to complete it there, but a beautiful opportunity there for the Inferno, the first real genuine chance of the game, and it was Parrington setting it up. Surprise, surprise, we know how effective she can be. Parrington this time with another opportunity, but just poke checked. Now Godfrey going back the other way, gets around Cash, and Godfrey runs into a wall of white. Still gets the puck down into the corner. She's trying to get across the front now, but the puck is eventually ridden off. A great play there by Godfrey, but she ran out of options. But she's now loose in front of the slot. Goes around the back. Praying out now is Parrington, who finds Cashin. Cashin with 2 in front, and wisely chips it through. Pressing in deep. Who's going in to pick up puck up was Marnie Pullen. Marnie Pullen having a little bit of a battle there with Cashin. But, referee says no harm, no foul. It goes around the back of the net, picked up by Marion, who dumps the puck up the corner, but only as far as Georgia Carson, who just dumps the puck back in wisely. Georgia did score a magnificent goal last week. The Dogs, Carson now with the chance, but she just decides to push it back in the corner. But unfortunately for the Inferno, it goes to Godfrey. Godfrey manages to clear the zone. Carson now being pressed tightly, but wisely just dumps the puck in deep to buy a little bit of time. And while the Inferno get the change that they needed. Puck comes across the ice, picked off there. Baker not able to make it complete. Driving in now is Tori Cebulski. She's got a wall of dogs around her, but the puck around the back of the net in front of the slot. Britt Mendham looking threatening. But, the puck just not able to be kept in there by the Inferno, but Mendham now battling tightly with Bri Johnson, but Johnson eventually manages to get the puck around through the corner. Looking to play it up the edge, gets around Sarah Sparrow. It's great to see Sparrow back on the ice for the Inferno. We know how effective she can be in battling there for the puck. Managing to clear the puck out of the zone. Sparrow, great play. Good tangle. Not very happy about that was Tara Baker, but that Sparrow, we know she's strong. And a real asset to the Inferno as the puck goes back deep into the corner. Dogs now with another chance to try and get the puck in, and it is Steph Cochran now gets a shot on the net. And the first whistle of the game has been fairly continuous for the first 5 minutes. No goals, a couple of shots, but we will have a face-off now in the defensive zone for the Inferno. And the Dogs bring out a pretty sturdy line. It looks like they've chosen to put Paige Cameron up forward today. Normally she would see her playing in defence, but playing forward, so we know she's tough and a fierce competitor as well. Playing up the ice now, the Inferno goes to Tanya Crawley, who just loses control of the puck. It just gets ridden off her. But still battling in the corner, Crawley. And can the Inferno turn this one into another opportunity? Just got sitting up at the coast there. Christine Dixon waiting for the puck to come up if it can. But, it's still stuck in the corner. Parrington now manages to put some pressure on the Dogs' defence. But it's Godfrey making space through the middle and gets around one. And she's got Parrington in front of her watching her closely. But Godfrey cuts around everyone, goes wide, cuts back in the middle, shoots. But it goes harmlessly over the top of the net. Parrington there to clean it up for the Inferno, doing a captain's job. Lucy Parrington, and we know just how effective she can be. But it comes out to the Dogs' defence, who wind and shoot. Deflects off the net there, deflects off the goalie's pads. Marnie Pullen, who has scored a couple of goals this season, manages to get another shot on the net, doing the right thing there for the Dogs. This time chipping the puck up was Parrington, found Crawley. Crawley couldn't control it, and it went to Griglanis, who fired the puck back in. To the lie, it was Money Pullen once more who put the puck in. Now the Inferno trying to break it out, but getting the stick there in the way was Amelia Griglanis, and she managed to keep the puck in, and she's got a bit of time now. Switches around onto her forehand, drags the puck back, but look out, she's got someone coming up behind her, and she held the puck for just a little bit too long and is now stuck in the corner and dispossessed, but not able to make it safe. There was Britt Mendham. She didn't quite take the puck with her when she peeled out, and now the puck back into the corner and played up to the point for the Dogs, who fired across the front looking for the tip in, but didn't quite manage to make the connection. The puck now deep in the corner as it is now being played out by the effervescent Inferno attack, and we've got an attack with an opportunity to play loose in the slot. Puck comes across the front, but couldn't quite make the connection there. Was Britt Mendham. She was in beautiful position, but the puck just missed the stick. Great opportunity there for the Inferno. Another chance now. Cashin winds, shoots, almost gets a lucky deflection, but not quite lucky enough. Pressing in on the Dogs' defence there is Tori Cebulski, and she steals the puck, wraps around the back, but there are Dogs in numbers, and they chip the puck forward, but only as far as the beautifully positioned, as you would expect, Georgia Carson, who manages to keep the puck in absolutely delightfully, managing to manipulate time and space to suit her. Georgia Carson once more. Now the puck comes around. It's Parrington with a chance. Loses her footing. May have been a little bit of assistance there from a Dog stick, but Cashin now goes in the corner. She's got Parrington high calling for it, but the puck not able to come through. Now Parrington gets it. She's got help there in Carson. Carson chips it back across the front to Cashin. Cashin doesn't quite manage to get the handle on it she wanted, and it was stolen by the Dogs, but now Parrington cleans it up once more. Manages to get herself onside. A little deep, but couldn't quite control the puck, and beautiful play there by Tharbel to take the puck off her and drive it back in deep. So now the Inferno look to play it out, but they don't quite get the clearance they wanted. It's a beautiful shot on the net. 2 shots on the net there, taken by Godfrey, and it was set up by none other than Steph Cochran. Those two on the ice together, we know the connection. Not able to quite control the puck, Bri Johnson, and she's being pressed now tightly by Sparrow. But Sparrow couldn't quite manage to take the puck off her, and the Inferno now have a possession and try to chip it up the boards, but it runs into everyone, including Mark Frello, the referee, who manages to get a handle on it. And it is Niamh Gallagher now who just tips the puck in, finds Cochran. Cochran now rims it around the back, but only as far as the Inferno defence. And they tangle up on the boards. Battling hard for the puck there in the corner is Amelia Stringer, and she manages to win the puck out, rimming it around the side to go the Inferno, trying to kill it out of the zone, but kept in beautifully there by Gallagher. Gallagher doing a beautiful job there on the blue line. It's Godfrey once more. Wines shoots and made the save. Does the goaltender for the Inferno. Godfrey with a couple of good opportunities so far through this period. It's been another long, consistent piece of play. We've had very few whistles in this game so far, but we might be just about to get another one. But no, the Inferno clear it out and keep it alive. Trying now to dump the puck back around the back of the net. Inferno looking to play the puck forward, and they do. Looking for one of the Inferno players, and it goes all the way trickling through, and that was Tanya Crawley, who just couldn't quite get the handle on it that she wanted. Streaking up now the ice. Bri Johnson gets around one, doesn't get around Parrington though. Parrington with a nice piece of stick work, takes the puck off her, knocks her off her feet in the process. Now looking for Crawley, but picked off there. Godfrey in the neutral zone. Just chips the puck in, tries to get it past Stringer. Parrington plays it back wisely, but turns it into a shot on her own net. We've seen them be goals occasionally, but not this time, luckily for the Inferno. But they manage to clear the puck, eventually out of the zone. Cameron now battling, but doesn't quite manage to get on it as much as she would have liked. It's played in deep by the Inferno, but they can't quite keep the puck in the zone, and now breaking it out. Just getting around Carson there was Amber Bedell. The puck goes deep behind the net. Inferno, though, rim it out hard, and they get possession, but just lost on the boards a little bit, and offside there was Paige Cameron, who played the puck while she had her feet on the wrong side of the line. And we will have a whistle with 7 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first. It's still no goals apiece. Shots 7 to the Dogs, only the 1 to the Inferno. The Inferno have had a couple of pretty good chances, but not able to complete them, whilst the Dogs have been starting to pile the shots on to the Inferno goaltender, who I believe tonight is Janelle Carson. Playing the puck in once more, but the Inferno now driving. They've got Cash and Lucy in the slot. She's totally unmarked if they can get possession. But not this time. The Black does come around the front, though. Trying to get a shot away on it. Two Inferno in the way. They run into their own feet there. It was Sori Cebulski takes another shot across the front. She's got Mendham battling for it as well. Cashin now up high in the slot, unmarked. Can she get a bit of possession and fire that puck on the net? But the Dogs clean it up through Tran, who puts it around the corner, but Carson cleans it up. Carson now drifts across. She's got a little bit of space in front of the net, but the Dogs will break it out. And that is beautifully played up the ice. But not much you can do when Pullen gets a bit of a head of steam up. Manages to get a shot on the net, but it just goes harmlessly into the corner, and Carson not letting that one go through at all. Stringer now tries to play it up the boards and makes it as far as the puck out of the zone. The Dogs now in a little bit of trouble. Cashin had a chance there to pick it up, but now they get the counter-attack, and it's 3-on-2 for the Dogs. They take the shot, but the save is made, and we will have another stoppage with 6 minutes to go in the first. Still no goals apiece. No one yet to break the goal line. It's been some pretty good play, a lot of backwards and forwards. Some good percentage options by the Dogs. The Inferno have, however, created a number of opportunities. Dogs have most certainly not had it all their own way. Plugging up the ice now is Parrington, and she's got a little bit of help, but just chipping the puck in there was the Dogs, who keep the puck in deep. And that's Shea Gagnac there, just driving it in. And now behind the net, Gagnac putting pressure on the Inferno defence. And manages to steal the puck, get it a bit tangled up behind the net on Parrington, uncharacteristically not clearing the puck out of the zone in the way she would have liked. But now with a little bit of motion and some movement, the puck comes up, but Gallagher, safe hands for the Dogs. Parrington goes back to clean it up. They've got Godfrey circling around the middle of the neutral zone, looking threatening the Dogs. She hasn't scored one yet. Now driving into the corner is Poppy Kelly, and she's got Crawley free in the slot, but she doesn't get possession. Gallagher took it nicely. Breaking up now the Ice Bride Johnson. She's got past Crawley. She's got a bit of a chance to wind and shoot, but there's too many bodies in the way. Cleaned up there beautifully by Yates, who was back to solve the problem for the Inferno. But a shot comes in from Steph Cochrane out of nowhere, but it was saved nicely in the end by the Inferno goaltender Janelle Carson, who made that one safe. And now we have 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first. Still no goals apiece. Dogs with 9 shots, just the 2 shots on the net to the Inferno as the scorer sees it. Great opportunities, however, for both teams. Can they break the drought in the first? So far, it has been a much closer tussle than the previous 2 times these teams have met, as the puck lost deep in the corner. Playing it up now, trying to clear the puck out of the zone, going back now to get it Stringer. But she is beaten to the puck by Godfrey. But Stringer in the end, those long arms and that big long stick manages to dispossess. Now they get past, and we've got a 2-on-2 now for the Inferno. Cashin just has to put the brakes on. And the shot in from the point there by Britt Mendham was nicely saved. And the referee's hand has not gone up for a trip there. Mendham perhaps a little bit unhappy about that one. But regardless, here we go with Tara Baker with some room in the front. But Stringer gets in the way, forces the shot wide, and the Inferno will pick it up, play it behind the net. Nice forechecking pressure, though, by the Dogs. Godfrey circling around menacingly as the puck comes up and shooting it in, pulling. But it hits a foot of the Inferno, and it's Cashin. Cashin's got some room. Can she get past anyone? She tries to get a shot away, but is driven beautifully into the corner there by Julia Tran, who did a superb job of nullifying that attack. Now the other way, it's Cochrane and Godfrey together. Cochrane goes wide back. Nice, beautiful pass to Godfrey, looking for the drop pass, but she couldn't quite make the connection that she would have wanted. It was a great opportunity there for the Dogs, Cochrane and Godfrey going in, but the Inferno managed to thwart it. Trying to get the pass up to Parrington. The Inferno defence, they're all jammed up on the boards. They chip the puck across, but only as far as Gallagher, who waits for her players to get onside now. Tries to play it up the ice, but is beaten there by Agathabel, who now has too many Dogs around her, and Gallagher clears the puck up ice, but ineffectively in the end, and it just goes to the Inferno defence. Parrington now gets the puck on the blue line and rims it in deep, trying to get the pick up. We've got Sparrow going in deep. Parrington floating around high, gets the puck, turns, tries to put it back in on the backhand, but nicely played there by the Dogs' defence to clear the puck up the ice. And just chipping out again, Parrington looks for the opportunity, tries to find one, just bounces off the back of Agathabel's legs. Harrington now once more with a little bit of room. She's got a bit of space in front of her. She's looking for passing lane, doesn't see one. Holds, pauses, gives it back to Agrathable. Agrathable looking for chances, tries to find the pass across. There's still no options really available for her, and the Dogs will clear it out, but only as far as Carson, who chips back up Agrathable. And Parrington now, just the one to beat. Parrington takes a pass instead, knocked over from behind there. Carson pushed in the back nicely by none other than Paige Cameron. A little bit fortunate, I suspect, there that the referee's arm didn't go up. But, Cameron got away with it that time. Circling around the back of the net now. The Dogs trying to look to play it up the ice. And breaking it out is Marnie Pullen once more with that speed. She's such an effective defensive player, but in the end she runs out of options by running into Tara Yates. And now playing it back up the other way is Poppy Kelly, who just chips it deep into the corner, trying to set it up for herself. But she's got Julia Tran, who just reverses the play and takes all the sting out of that charge. And now trying to play it up the ice there was Marion, who gets the puck out of the zone, driving in now deep to try and put some pressure on it, Crawley, but she's just shepherded a little bit out of the way as chipping the puck up the ice go the Dogs, and it's Carson looking for options. Plays it up the ice to Kelly. Kelly tries to get onto the backhand, loses possession, but gets it back to Crawley. Crawley tries to find a lane, but there's nothing there. Just a wall of Dogs. As Tara Baker now not able to make that connection either, and it is once more Julia Tran who plays it across ice, trying to find a lane, and they do, and it's Baker. But once again, Baker not able to make the connection. And we have a hand up for an icing, and that's the first icing of the game. And the puck will go back to the Inferno for a defensive zone face-off. If you're not familiar with the icing rule, if you play the puck from in your own half of the ice and it crosses the goal line down the other end without anyone touching it, it gets brought back for a defensive zone face-off. And the sting in the tail, you're not allowed to get a change. So the Inferno, they're not allowed to change off the ice. Godfrey not quite able to win the face-off in the way she wanted, but the Dogs did get a shot on the net out of it. Didn't have a lot on it, and with just 2 seconds to go, the Inferno wisely play the puck up the ice and run the clock down. And we have our first intermission, first of 2. So we are still all tied up at no goals apiece to the Dogs. 11 shots, Inferno 3. So the Dogs have had most of the shots on the net. Got to say the Inferno have played pretty well. They've been solid defensively. There hasn't really been any great scoring opportunities there. A couple of chances, but no real good connections. There was one lovely break where Cochrane was looking to get the pass across to Godfrey with a nice little backhand drop pass, but just couldn't quite make the connection that she would have wanted to get it across to Godfrey, who was threatening to get a shot away from that high slot position and stick the puck where the twine rattles. But it wasn't going to happen this time around. So they have a 1-minute break before we will resume for the second period. No penalties, very few stoppages, so that was a pretty fast and furious period. That one, the referee's letting a lot of things go. This is a non-checking, not a non-contact sport, so you will see collisions, and that's perfectly okay. As long as the players are contesting the puck, you are allowed to hold your ground, and you are allowed to use your body and put it in the way. This is not field hockey. This is ice hockey, and we know it is somewhat more physical. The horn goes to get the game underway for the second, but the two teams still having a bit of a chat. And let's see what the Inferno can do. Can they get a goal and surprise the Dogs and see if they can get one back? We will find out in the fullness of time. Kayla Best in the net for the Dogs. Has not had too much work to do, just the 3 shots. So she may be a little cold. The Dogs all lined up and are ready to go. As in the net for the Inferno is Janelle Carson, and we know that she's one of the best goalies in the country, so very fortunate they are to have Carson in the net. One of the first choices you make when you pick a team. He's a great goalie, and the Inferno most certainly have one of them. The face-off about to be taken. Referee's just confirming that the goalies are all good to go, and Mark Frello will drop the puck to get us underway in the second. Face-off won nicely by Godfrey back to her D in Neve Gallagher. The Inferno now with a little bit of a chance to come through and taking a shot on the net. And there's our first really good opportunity in the first 30 seconds of the game. That was Britt Mendham getting a shot away. This time, however, it's Cochrane who finds Yates. Yates looking to try and get the puck around, but is ridden into wall. She's got Godfrey loose in the slot. Just a little bit slow to pick up on that with Stringer. They've got to be really mindful. Let Godfrey get in the slot. She'll score goals on you. This time, however, just keeping the puck in was Gallagher, Godfrey and Cochrane. Cochrane loose in the slot. And Cochrane looking to try and just get that. She hasn't scored a goal yet this season, Cochrane. She'll be pretty keen to. All of her other partners have managed to do so. Keeping the puck in there was nice piece of physicality there by Bri Johnson, who just manages to ride off the Inferno attack. She was just contesting puck. You are allowed to use your body there, but they just play it back and only goes to Dutton for the Inferno, who just plays the puck back up the ice, getting around the forward-checking Paige Cameron. Cameron now looking for the pass across, but being forechecked on nicely there, Bri Johnson, but she manages to circle around. Doesn't get the puck out of the zone yet, though. Still deep in the corner. Crawley doing a good job of keeping it in. Gallagher, Crawley now takes a shot, but wide of the net. The Inferno trying desperately to keep the puck in. It's Kelly now skating down, putting pressure on Godfrey, but just ridden off the hip. Godfrey manages to not get the shot on the net. And instead it's Parrington now, but Parrington runs into Godfrey. Godfrey runs into Parrington, and they both take a bit of a tumble. But no harm, no foul there. Lucy Parrington did have a puck hit her forearm last game, and she was a bit sore after that one, but she's okay. Cameron now tries to get a wind around, but just puts the puck into the slot. It was a beautiful pass. Second chance now for the Dogs. Firing it in was Marnie Pollen, but she couldn't put it on the net. Pollen with another chance, but it bounces off Crawley's stick. And trying to play it out now, Stringer, who wisely plays it around her backhand, and just chips it up the boards. Picking it up now, the Dogs trying to get another shot on the net. They've got bodies in the slot. Parrington runs into Godfrey and puts her on the backside. Sorry, not Godfrey. Loose puck is loose in the slot, and we will have a stoppage as Parrington there ran into Shay Gagnac. Apologies, and Gagnac perfectly fine. Gets back up, and they have a bit of a chat. Sorry about that. It's hockey, and it is a contact sport. We're about to have a face-off now for the Dogs. Can they get a shot on the net? You can see how the Inferno are lining up with 3 players in the slot, and they play the puck up the Inferno. Cashin trying to put some pressure on Tran, but firing it in deep. Puck loose in the slot there. Was a nice piece of play by Marion, who got a shot in. Didn't quite get past Carson, who was watching out for it, but a shot through some traffic often creates that opportunity. Now, another chance now for the Dogs. Just fluffing on the pass there. Or the shot, sorry, it was Marnie Pullen. And the puck now in the corner. Cashin with it. Just chips it out. She manages to clear it out of the zone. A nice piece of enterprising play and an aggressive forecheck by the Inferno players up there on the boards. And the puck sort of lost in the middle of the traffic. Half tempted to have the board players all jump over and help out as well. But the Dogs managed to clear it in the end, but only as far as Mendham, who plays it back to her D partner and ends up being a shot on her own net. Carson didn't quite manage to get onto it, and that's 2 times the Inferno now have played it back to their own goaltender. Luckily for them, Carson paying attention. Sometimes they go in the net. It's very, very embarrassing indeed when that happens. But, up the boards now, the Inferno. Aggressive forecheck by the Dogs, keeps the puck in, but now they break it out. Cashin tries to put some pressure on the Dogs, but they just reverse the play. And they make it up to Tara Baker, who loses an edge. And Cashin now tries to get around Godfrey and does. Tried to find Parrington. And Parrington manages now to get the puck. She's got some space. Cashin being watched closely. Parrington tries to get the puck across the front. Bobbles loosely around through a loose player. But it's now behind the net. And the Dogs will break it out. Back checking furiously is Dutton, trying to make sure that she doesn't give anyone any room. The pass from the net by Pullen not quite complete. And the Inferno will break it out behind the net. Just chipping backwards and forwards. A little bit risky there. Godfrey, backhand, forehand, shoots. Puck loose for Cochrane. And now it is Godfrey again, trying to get around Parrington. Parrington sees the threat, but now they've got more players loose in the slot. But there's some good physical defence by the Inferno. That's Dutton saying, no way. Sorry, Ms. Yates, you're not scoring on me. And now Parrington goes down the other way. Has a little bit of room, stalls, waits for an opportunity, looking for passing options. Agarothable driving in. Agarothable now goes to try and put some pressure on Gallagher. Gallagher switches, but still the pressure there. Agarothable steals, shoots. Puck loose in front of the net. Nice save by Best. Another chance now. Agarothable shoots, fires it across to Mendham. Mendham plays it back to Agarothable. Another chance, fires it in again. It's loose in front of the slot. No one's quite sure where the puck is. A backhanded shot there by Mendham. Beautifully saved by Best in the right place. Beautiful goaltending there. She's certainly earning her reputation now as the puck comes back for the Inferno to Dutton, who tries to find the option and does find Mendham again, but this time not able to get a handle on it. And clearing the puck out from behind the net was the Dogs' defence. Puck loose in front of the slot, however, for the Inferno. And that's Mendham once more creating sustained pressure, and she's got Sparrow with her as well. Sparrow going in to put some pressure on that forwards, but now it is lost deep, and it's going to roll all the way in, and no icing because it went to the goaltender. Playing around the back of the net now, the Inferno just turning and twisting. There was a Meister. Sorry, Ebony Rama there with a nice piece of play. Tried to make the connection to Yo-Yo. Sorry, Poppy Kelly, but Poppy not able to get the handle on it she wanted. She spun, but couldn't take the puck. As driving in now, Bri Johnson puts the puck across the front. Still looking for a lane. Finds a passing option in Tran. Tran finds Cameron. Cameron tries to chip the puck in, but there's too many Inferno in the way. And in the end, the puck goes behind the net. Cameron again with the puck, looking for someone in the slot. No one loose except Inferno players there in numbers, and Rama just chips it into the corner, nicely occupying that space. Cameron now trying to do it, but Mendham with a little bit of room tries to get the puck around, bobbles high over the top of everyone. And Mendham manages to chip past, but the hand has gone up on Julia Tran. And we're not sure if Tran is going to get 2 minutes for interference. And Julia Tran will sit 2 for the first penalty of the game. And she will get 2 minutes for an interference. She put herself deliberately in the way of the hard charging Inferno, and so we will have the Dogs with a numerical disadvantage. However, if you've been paying attention to the series, you'll know that the Dogs, when they're on the penalty kill, they stack their line, and they can score short-handed goals and certainly embarrass you very badly. But the Inferno will know that. They win the face-off, and they just get a little bit of control in the corner. Puck goes across the front, but not able to close it. Stringer, and now here come the Dogs, and it's Cochrane who has some room. Cochrane shoots. And the follow-up there by a little bit of push and shove there. The follow-up by Baker was effective as well, but not able to get through Carson, who made the save. But you can see just how quickly a penalty kill turns into a counter-attacking opportunity. A beautiful read there by Cochrane. She saw the chance and was away. Sometimes the attacking team gets a little bit complacent. They do creep in a bit. And that's what happened there for the Inferno. The Dogs now need to be careful. Godfrey on the ice. Wins the face-off, and the Inferno not able to clear it out. Godfrey now trying to get it across to Cameron, who's occupying space, but tied up by Parrington. Godfrey now with an aggressive forecheck there at Agrathabel. Agrathabel manages to get the puck out as far as Carson. Carson just plays it around wisely behind the net, relieving the pressure. One thing you want to have on a penalty kill, on a power play, is not have your opposition score. They find Sparrow, who winds, shoots, but there's a dog in the way, in the very capable hands of Godfrey. Sorry, not Godfrey. My apologies to you, Neve Gallagher, who got her body in the way and blocked that puck. And we have just on 35 seconds to go on the Julia Tran penalty at 2 minutes for interference. The Dogs now with a defensive zone face-off. On the face-off for the Inferno is Tanya Crawley, but she's beaten there by Godfrey, who just tries to clear the puck out of the zone and does, forcing all the Inferno to come back out as Kristen Dutton dumps the puck in, finds Crawley. Crawley is being hard-pressed by Godfrey, one of the players that you certainly don't want to be stuck battling with, but how tough she is. Godfrey, one of the absolute champions of the game. We've only got just a few more seconds to go on the Tran penalty as the Dogs driving in deep. Cameron gets a bit of a shove there by Georgia Carson, and that's going to reverse the penalty. Carson will sit 2. And not quite sure why she made that call, but all the same, decision there was to see what the referee makes the call on. Georgia Carson will sit 2, so now the Dogs with a numerical advantage of 2 for 2 minutes. And Georgia will sit 2 from the wrong side of the bench. So this time it's reversed with 8 minutes to go. We're still no goals apiece. The Dogs did a pretty good job on that penalty kill. Now they've got a power play, so the Inferno will need to shut this one down. May provide them with some focus, but winning the face-off there was the Dogs. But, clearing the puck out of the zone, Mendham fires it deep, and Gallagher goes back to retrieve it. She's got a bit of forechecking pressure there by Cashin, who now has an opportunity once more to clear the puck out of the zone and just chips it up, gets the puck clear of the zone, forcing all the Dogs to turn around and go back. Looking for the cross-ice pass for the Dogs. There is Grigolanis. Cochrane now dumps it in deep for the Dogs. An opportunity now for them to stack the lines, but trying to chip it up hard there was Stringer, but couldn't quite get the puck out. And now winding around the net is Grigolanus once more. The Dogs patiently waiting as Gallagher just does a little bit of a backhand. Doesn't manage to get it very far, but neither to the Inferno's clearance there, not effective. As they're still stuck in their zone. Circling around now, Gallagher now with another chance. He moves in, winds, puck through traffic, but seen there by Carson, who runs the puck into the corner. We're under a minute to go on the penalty on Georgia Carson. Nice play there, Mendham. And Mendham and Yates in the corner now with a chance now to clear the puck out. What they can do here is just dump it all the way down the other end, or they can choose to skate it out, and that's exactly what Mendham chooses to do. And she finds Cashin. Cashin tries to get a shot away, but Gallagher in the way. Puck deep into the corner now, and a shot on the net there by Cashin, who now switches off for a change. He's been out killing that penalty for quite some time. And the Inferno now get the change they wanted. Going back to pick up the puck again is Neve Gallagher, looking up ice for options. She's got Parrington shutting them down. Parrington with a very aggressive forecheck on this penalty kill, just on 30 seconds, so just on 10 seconds to go on the penalty kill. Godfrey now with some room. She's charging in on Dutton. Deeks Dutton shoots. Second shot, but Dutton cleans up the mess. Great goaltending there by Janelle Carson, who kept them in it. And straight away into the game from the penalty is Carson, who goes into behind the net to try and play it out. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Carson now trying to find a option in front of the slot. Tries to get the shot away as well, but Dogs back there in defence. Tran back on the two players who'd been penalised, and the Inferno get a shot. Not quite sure where the puck is. I think Kayla Best, but it's behind her in the end. Parrington this time tries to get a shot away, but it's behind the net. The Dogs now will break it up. Trying to get the puck out now with some speed is Marty Pullen, as she has done that so many times, but ridden into the corner. He's got Cameron loose in the slot, but she's been mindfully watched there by both Dutton and Parrington. I know she's strong. Godfrey gets around one, tries the second chance, but this time the second option cleaned up. Godfrey was there to try and get the shot away, and Cameron was there to try and pick up the mess. But unfortunately for both of them, Carson was there to stop the puck, and stop the puck she did. 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the second, and we are still all tied up at no goals. Shots on the net to the Inferno, 9-10, and the Dogs 19. It's been a good period for the Inferno, this one. They killed the penalty. They got a power play. They haven't been able to score now, though, however. So Erica Tharbel loses a footing. May have been helped a little bit by a stick. Gallagher takes a shot, but it runs into Dutton's shin pads. And now ripping it around the back of the neck. But trying to do something with the puck there was one of the Dogs, but got ridden into the corner. Referee's letting a fair bit go this evening in terms of contact. It's a physical game, and it's something we need to remember. Tran loose up on the slot, just trying to get the shot in there from the point there. It was a loose puck in the slot. The referee sees the puck is still loose. A cheeky little backhand, but there's so many Inferno bodies in the way that it wasn't going to go through. It's just a sheer wall of white, and the puck for the Inferno clears out of the zone. Picking it up for the Inferno, Shay Gagnac. But she runs into a brick wall, and Dutton now takes some time, chips the puck up, finds Sparrow. Sparrow not quite completing it, but good forechecking pressure. The puck still behind her as they're a bit of a battle for the puck now. Agratharbel spins and turns, but can't get it up. Sorry, Kelly. Kelly now has some space, goes across to Parrington instead. Parrington's got Kelly charging in. Parrington finds Kelly. Kelly can't convert it. Parrington with another shot. It lost to everyone, but it managed to deflect off Taylor Best's shoulder. Not sure she saw it coming, but her body was in the way. Parrington with another chance. Wine shoots. Another save there by Best. Good sustained pressure here by the Inferno. It's been some good opportunities as Yates goes around the back, tries to find another chance. But now the Dogs regain possession, and it is almost played out by Gallagher. Gallagher, how on the other hand, finds some help. And now she's got Aurelia Marion, who takes a shot, but it goes harmlessly wide of the net. Marion blows her own tyre, loses an edge. Parrington now a little bit surprised that she got it that easily, has Carson, who chips it across the front. Terrible mistake there by Carson. You don't see them very often. And the puck loose in front of the slot. But luckily for Georgia, the Inferno had enough numbers there to clean it up, and they didn't get the unlucky rebound, as it could well have resulted in a goal. Puck loose in the slot now. Winding Tran tries to hook the puck through, but this time it runs into Carson's feet, and she will clear it up the net. Finds Parrington on the stretch, but unfortunately for her, it is Godfrey now who looks for the line, finds Pullen, who is being pressed, but now Godfrey cycles around again, dogs in the slot, but the Inferno will clear it out, and it's Crawley putting pressure on Yates. Sorry, not Yates, that's Tran. Parrington now battling and going across to pick the puck out now for the Inferno. Yates, who circles around looking for options and plays it up to Crawley, who's trying to find space up the middle. Crawley finds Kelly. Kelly saunters over to get the puck, tries to get a shot away, but just ridden into the corner and driven down into the side. Here's Poppy Kelly, and the Dogs reverse the play quickly. Now it's Cochrane, who tries to put the puck across the front of the net. There are Inferno back in numbers. They've done a great job defensively so far tonight, the Inferno, but getting a little bit ragged now as Cameron tries to get a shot away, winds it, goes across the front of the net, almost found Cochrane, and it would have been high sticking anyway. And now playing up the puck is Mendham, who has a little bit of room, gets around 1-2. She's got a player loose in the slot, elects to go herself. There's bodies and pucks, but there is not a goal. Cashin this time lobs it in, but it runs into another Dog body. And the Dogs are just back in sufficient numbers. They've been very good at occupying that space in front of the net. And we have a minute to go in the second. Still no goals apiece as the puck is played back out. Stringer now turns and dumps it in deep to relieve the pressure on the Dogs. Sorry, on the Inferno, as the Dogs now trying to get the puck out of their zone. Being closely pressed, but now they find some room. And the puck comes up to Cameron. Tries to get a shot away, but stolen there. A nice piece of stick work by the Inferno, and puck comes across the front of the net for the Inferno, trying to find one of the Dogs players, but not complete. Stringer now trying to go and pick the puck up, but instead it is retrieved by Nelson. Nelson chips it up, finds Cashin. Cashin loses it in her feet. Nelson is robbed by Godfrey. Godfrey trying to get around one, gets around two, but doesn't get around Cashin, who was there waiting for it. Now a chance. Cameron finds Godfrey. Godfrey's loose on the corner. She's got one to boot. Fires a shot. Big slapper, but it bounces harmlessly off Stringer's knee. And just trying to get the puck across. And that will end the second period. And it is still no goals apiece. It's a little bit of a surprising outcome in this game. Anyone who's been watching the Inferno and the Dogs so far would probably be thinking around about by now that there would be a few goals in the net, and probably most of them would be dog goals, but they have not been. The Inferno have been resolute in defence. A little bit ragged a couple of times in that period where there was a few opportunities in front of the net. I think Georgia Carson will go back and watch one of them and think, what on earth was I thinking? But she got away with it, and that's what matters in the end. If the puck doesn't go in the net on your side, then you can make the argument that it was a good play, although I don't think she would make that argument. But cleaned up the mess, and the Inferno just a little bit ragged, was under sustained pressure by the Dogs, but they haven't been able to finish it off. They've had some chances, but in the net for the Inferno, positioning beautifully has been Carson. You've got to say Kayla Best was a bit lucky a few times there. There was a couple of nice shots in that period, in particular a ripper from Parrington, which just deflected off Best's shoulder. I don't know that she saw it coming, but if your body's in the way, that's all that really matters. That's what you call a positional save. And with one period to go, we're still all tied up at no goals apiece. Who is going to get this one? Could it be a 0-all? I'm not going to try and predict the future. That always goes badly. But we will see how this one pans out. It's certainly been a hell of a contest. And we have 18 minutes of hockey to go in this game. And can the Inferno upset the unbeaten Dogs and put one in the net behind them and then maintain the lead? Or will the Dogs run rampant in the third and open up the floodgates? I don't know. But it's certainly been a great game for the Inferno. They made some good changes. Parrington is having the game that they've needed her to have. Sparrow has been effective in attack on the wing as well. Nagrathable has been very effective too as the teams line up to start the third. We're about to get underway as we wait for Carson just to put her water bottle where it belongs. And the face-off will be taken. And Parrington wins that one. Nicely back to her D partner and then back up to Parrington. Tries to find Sparrow, but Sparrow is robbed by Griglanis cycling around, but still putting lots of pressure there on her. Sparrow doing a great job. She's going to come back and try and steal the puck, and she does too. Beautiful back-checking work there, Sparrow. Very Very high work ethic as now Tran for the Dogs has to go back and clean it. She's being pressured there by Agrathable. And Agrathable with a good forecheck, but now the Dogs try to play it up the boards. Only as far as Parrington, though, who goes left and right, tries to get a backhand pass across, being pressed tightly, looking for lanes, fights, tries to shoot. The Sparrow not able to get that one. It was just ridden out of the way for a little bit as Dutton will go back to pick it up. Dumps it up the board, tries to find Parrington on the stretch. Does. Parrington loses it in her feet, but drives it in the way she wanted. She had Agrathable with her. And playing the puck around the back there, Tran, who finds one more of the Dogs there in Pullen. Pullen now being tightly pressed. She's still stuck with the puck in her own zone. Nice battle there by Agrathable. Sorry, Cebulski. Cebulski doing a terrific job. Steals the puck. Still putting a lot of pressure on there, Cebulski. In the end, though, it is Godfrey who comes out with the puck, who finds Cochrane. Cochrane runs into and gets past Georgia Carson, but only as far as the corner, and the Dogs, the Inferno, back in numbers as they play the puck now up the ice, and it's Mendham looking for a shot. Fires it across the front of the net. A bit of a speculator, but forcing Best to make a save. And Carson keeps the puck in. Godfrey not able to get the puck on it. Carson now with another chance, but it's shipped past her beautifully by the Dogs. And that is Tara Baker who tries to get in on the net. And it is saved by Carson once more. So a nice piece of play there up the side. You can see how quickly these opportunities arise, and the Dogs will spank you if you get it, if you give them any room. No, they certainly turned that bit of forechecking pressure there. Some very, very nice play by Cebulski. Not able to convert it into the goal that they wanted. And the Dogs turn it around the other way. Pucky's dropped. This time won by the Inferno once more. See how fast their wingers move up on that face-off. They've been watching the Div 9s. Puck lost deep in the corner. Parrington goes to clean it up for the Inferno. She's got the puck in front of her and nothing else. Fair bit of room and space. Makes the pass across to Cashin. Cashin now, however, beaten to the puck by Neve Gallagher. Gallagher drives in. But, she gets a shot on the net, low and hard, which is the right option. Creates a good rebound. Puck comes across the front of the net. There's Cameron. Cameron trying to get the shot away. No, doesn't have the shot. Rides it on her backhand. Finally does get a shot away, but it is clept up by Carson, who makes a good save. Good play there, Cameron. Looked to all eyes like she wasn't going to get the shot away, but she ducked and turned and managed to get it back into her forehand. Got a pretty effective shot away in the end, but not enough to get past Carson, who has had a blinder. Carson so far with 26 saves, which is a pretty awesome number of saves. Great for statistics on a personal level, but she's more interested, of course, in what's happening with the team. With the puck behind the net, Inferno now looking to get the puck up to Cebulski if they can. Cebulski and Mendham there, but Mendham not able to get the puck out. She'll have to turn around and come back in to clean up the mess that has been caused. And Paige Cameron now just lets the Inferno go. The pass comes across and is picked up by Cebulski. Cebulski with numbers in front of her, and it's Tran, but Cebulski gets past Tran. She's got an option in front of her. The pass in front of the net, almost a pass to the goalie there. It did bounce off the net. Someone lifts the net up. I'm not quite sure that that's allowed to happen. And see that on the replay. At some point, the net actually got tilted forwards, and the referees will just go and have a quick inspection and try and see why that happened. It looks like maybe someone got a stick underneath it or some such. But regardless, certainly no goal. Although a good piece of attacking play. Cebulski now lining up in front of the net. She's got Mendham taking the face off, who tries to get the puck across to her. It gets lost underneath the linesman's feet, who just stands still to let it go. The puck bobbles across the front and going over to pick it up. Here's the Dogs in Che Gagnac, who tries to put the puck in the corner, but she is beaten there and held up by Cebulski. Cebulski tries to find Mendham. Mendham with a bit of speed, but ridden off the puck there by the furiously back-checking Marnie Pullen, who has been superb tonight. And she makes space up, gets round one, gets round two. Pullen gets round three, Pullen gets round four. Backhand, save by Carson. Carson once more. Now Godfrey with a chance to do the same. Godfrey gets some space, but she is picked off there by Mendham, who just chips the puck up past. And that relieves the pressure for the Inferno. Two really good attacking plays there by the Dogs. It's Crawley trying to put some pressure on Bri Johnson, who is now trying to make some space. Johnson gets round 1 and 2. But she's picked off there by Lucy Parrington, who just turns around and has a look and probably a bit of a cheeky grin on her face, saying, not today, not on my watch, kiddo. And Parrington now fires the puck in deep, finds Crawley, and she's got a stick on it and just dribbles across to Best, who just shepherds it harmlessly into the corner. As Gallagher now trying to find Cochrane. Cochrane with a stick up, waiting for it, does. Cochrane picks it up on the blue line, and she's got charging into the net with her, Tara Baker. But the Inferno will clean it up this time. Godfrey now cycling around, looks, finds Cochrane. Cochrane couldn't get the shot away, and now breaking it out now is Poppy Kelly, but Poppy just ridden off the stick there by Cochrane. Cochrane finds Baker again, who gets a shot away, and it bubbles around loose in front of the slot. But the second chance rebound also picked up there by Janelle Carson. 11 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the third. It is still no goals apiece. Dogs with 29 shots on the net. Inferno with 15. Goaltenders have been absolute walls this evening so far. They've got 11 and a half minutes to maintain their reputations as being made of bricks. And we'll see if they can do it. Inferno win the face-off, but it's a little bit indeterminate. Puck goes through, and another save there for Janelle Carson, who makes it safe. And we will repeat what we just had. Another face-off for the Dogs in the attack. Can they turn this one into the scoring opportunity they want and actually manage to tickle the scoreboard? We will wait and see. Cashin made the charge up to try and put some pressure on Neve Gallagher. Now playing the puck around the back with speed. The Inferno, they're trying to break it up the side, using some speed and build up some room, but they don't have much room to manoeuvre with a strong press there by the Dogs. Puck goes around the back of the net. Picking it up now, Mendham. She's looking for an option. She's got Cashin streaking down the middle, but just a little bit past her. And now Gallagher just chips the puck in, finds help, but it was help under pressure. Now the puck is cleared out of the zone once more, going back to pick it up Briar Johnson for the Dogs. And it will go not quite for icing. As Cashin goes in to put some pressure, takes the puck off Johnson, but Johnson recovers. Plays the puck up the ice, but kept in beautifully there, the Inferno. They've got a little bit of chance, but now charging up to pick it up is Cameron. Cameron's got lots of room in front of her. She winds and leaves the puck behind. And this time it is Georgia Carson who plays the puck up, finds Bron Cashin. Cashin does not manage to get past Julia Tran's poke check though. Tran runs into the very capable Ebony Rama, who just rid her off the ice. And that was a puck with eyes, but it was a goalie with better hand. And Carson plucks a beautiful shot there out of the sky that was looking like it was going to go over her left shoulder. But before you know it, she flashes the leather. And there is no goal once more. That one, a beautiful save there, Janelle Carson. I don't think anyone necessarily saw that shot coming as quickly as it did. I know I certainly didn't. But no goal. Janelle Carson on fire this evening, having an absolute player of the match display. She doesn't get first star, there's something wrong in the world. Cameron now looping around behind the net, trying to get the shot away. Pressured by Inferno defence. Puck harmlessly across the front. There wasn't anyone there. Parrington going in to put the forecheck in pressure, and we have all deciding to fall over as Sparrow tries to play the puck up the ice, gets it into Cameron's feet. Cameron keeps the puck in, winds, shoots high, but it runs into Inferno defence. Still just trying to clear the puck out of the zone there was Dutton. But now it is Godfrey trying to get around one, but she can't get around Lucy Parrington. She's chasing back. Parrington played the puck up, got it as far as Sabulski. Sabulski ridden hard into the boards there, but now it is Cameron trying to play the puck up the ice, but Parrington breaks that up under Stringer's feet. He's trying to clear the puck out of the zone there, Briar Johnson. Charging in hard there was Sparrow, who said, oh, you know what, I'm going to try and fix this one up. And they get a shot in from a distance. It's loose in front of the slot. Backhand shot there, chance for Sabulski. Sabulski still with the Scott, finds Sparrow. Sparrow winds. It's loose in front of the net. Sparrow with another shot. And it's no one knows where the puck is now, but finally the Dogs managed to track it down. Someone's got some bruises after those two shots coming in pretty hard, as Sparrow did a pretty good job, and a little bit of a cheap shot there by Cameron, ignored by the referees. And the puck played up nicely to Sabulski, but Sabulski runs into Briar Johnson, who says not today. And instead it's a Gagnac. But now Johnson tries to play the puck across and finds Pullen. Pullen circling around looking for help. She's looking for options. Dog's standing a little bit flat-footed at the moment. Maybe they're a little bit tired. Certainly not expecting this amount of pressure from the Inferno. They've done an excellent game tonight so far. Mendham manages to keep the puck in. And tired legs on all sides of the ice at the moment. But, nice piece of pressure there. Britt Mendham, who is having an outstanding game. But trying to wind the puck in now was Grigolanis. Just driven off into the corner as Crawley tries to get the shot, tries to block it. Not able to quite get the shot she wanted there was Marion, who was in the right place. But the puck is shot all the way down the ice. Poppy Kelly coming in to try and put some forechecking pressure on the very capable Julia Tran, who just reverses the play. Now looking for some options. The Dogs clear it out and they find Godfrey, who has got room in front of her. But the room in front of her is Georgia Carson. And Georgia Carson says, not today. And just denies that opportunity beautifully. Parrington now winds, shoots Parrington. But it is saved nicely by Best, who makes a game-retaining save there. Nice shot there by Parrington. It's one of the first shots she's actually had. She's usually under a lot of pressure. She's usually looking for passing options, but that time she chose to make the shot, and it was a good one. But it wasn't good enough. Best made it safe. We have 6 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the third. We're still no goals apiece. Parrington doesn't win that one over Godfrey. Godfrey now chips the puck up the ice, tries to find Cochrane, but Cochrane only gets it back as far as Dutton. Dutton finds Parrington, who dumps it in. And going in to put some pressure on Neve Gallagher is to Inferno. They're starting to really load up the forecheck. Parrington now having to go back and clean the puck up. She's got to get around Godfrey. Just reverses in front of her. She knew the stick check was coming, and instead she just dumped it in deep, forcing the Dogs to have to go and get it. And Inferno relying on that forecheck. You can just see waiting here on the blue line. You've got Cochrane floating around looking to get that breakout pass. And she receives it in the end. Beautiful pass there to Cochrane. Cochrane moving in, winds, shoots across the front of the net. Save first one by the goaltender. Second shot, Godfrey doesn't go in again. Godfrey now being pressured by Cashin. Cashin tries to take the puck over, but Godfrey too good. Puck loose in the front. Cochrane, forehand, backhand. No hand in the end. Cochrane with another chance. Plays it up high. Finds Bri Johnson. Bri with a little bit of room, but she's being pressed. Bri tries to get the pass across the front. There was a option there for Baker, but she couldn't get the stick on it. Kept in there, Gallagher, but now it's Parrington with some room. Parrington looks up ice, trying to find options. She's been pressed by Cochrane, forcing her to make the pass to Dutton. Dutton with some room now in front of her. Dutton carries the puck across, looking to maybe get a drop pass to Cashin. Gets a pass across in front of the net. It's loose. Cashin shoots. Cashin has another chance. Still two chances. Still there at her feet. And now the puck comes back up to Britt Mendham, who winds, shoots high, scores Neve Gallagher right in the net guard. She's glad she'll be wearing that one today. And we have under 5 minutes to go. It's still no goals apiece. Puck played out now, finding Godfrey. Godfrey with room in front of her, but the room is Ebony Rama. Gets around Rama. Godfrey goes onto a backhand, and the shot is in the net. It's the magic combination of Godfrey. We'll be able to tell you in just a second who the actual goal scorer was. It was a beautiful pass across the net there by Godfrey. She managed to make some space. And I think it's Cameron who put that one in the net in the end, and it is. So Paige Cameron in the right spot receives that pass from Godfrey across the front of the net. And with just on 4 minutes to go, the Dogs now have a 1-goal lead over the Inferno. A much closer tussle than we have seen. The referees is having a little bit of a discussion about that one. The Inferno not convinced that it was actually a goal. The clock's still ticking, so the clock won't stop until they get down to 3 minutes to go. The Dogs can take their time. They've got the lead. The Inferno do not want to be wasting this time. The clock is ticking, and they're quite determined that they don't think that should be a goal. And the referee is still in discussion. We'll find out exactly what the situation with that is. We couldn't see it from this angle. It was a beautiful piece of play there by Godfrey, getting the puck across the front, and then Cameron finishing it off. But there may be some discussion as to whether or not there was some goaltender interference. We will find out very shortly. But the clock has now stopped as the referee's having this discussion. And the goal has been awarded. So it stands. And it may have been because the goal was moved off its posts. So the goal only has to cross the line where the goal was. In order for it to be a goal, the goal doesn't actually have to be in position. The puck just has to have crossed the goal line where the goal should have been. So if the goal has been moved off its line. So watch for the Inferno now with 3.5 minutes to go. Will they pull their goalie and go 6-on-5? We'll wait and see what sort of more risky play they start to take to try and get their goal back. They would desperately like to beat the Dogs today. As just a little bit of push and shove there between Nelson and Cebulski. Tran now looking to play the puck up the ice. Cebulski keeps it in though. Cebulski finds Sparrow. Sparrow winds around the corner. Cebulski with a chance now finds Mendham. Mendham looking high for a chance. She's got cycling in. She's got Sparrow who shoots. Across the front of the net, it's loose again. Sparrow with another chance. Cebulski shoots. And it doesn't go in there. Oh, sorry, that was Mendham who got that shot away. And now Cameron trying to clear the puck out, but keeping the puck in, or at least keeping the body in now. Sparrow gets it onto a forehand, tries to get a wind up and a shot away. She had Cebulski loose in the slot. Well covered though, however, and now there's 4 Inferno back behind the net. They put the puck in front, but no one home. And unfortunately for the Inferno, they had 4 forwards in deep across the red line. No one in the slot. And unfortunately for Cebulski, she put the puck across, and there was no one there. Beautiful opportunity, but they couldn't finish it off. Now playing the puck up, but not able to clear the puck out of the zone. Now it's Barrington. Barrington skates around the front, winds, shoots, and it deflects wide again. Another chance now. Cebulski fires the puck, just bounces off the corner. In behind the net now, being pressed there by Crawley. Now Cebulski wins the puck battle, and she's got players up high. She's got Dutton unmarked on the point if she wants her. Chooses not to use that option. The puck's still loose, just on over 2 minutes now to play. Parrington sees the opportunity, moves across the front, trying to create some confusion. But unfortunately for Parrington and the Inferno, the puck cleared out. Parrington, however, comes back, cleans it up. Inferno offside there, just having to wait for Cebulski to get back. Parrington now has the puck stolen by Cameron, the goal scorer. But she steals the puck now. Parrington looks up the ice. She's got Crawley, and she finds her, but just a little bit past the length of her stick. Crawley now driving up hard, trying to chase Bri Johnson. Johnson now with the puck behind the net. Runs around the outside of Poppy Kelly. Kelly now just kind of ridden off a little bit as the battle on the boards between Johnson and Mendham. The puck now won by Crawley. Crawley tried to find Kelly, but Kelly lost sight of it. And now it's Gallagher for the Dogs, who has a little bit of room. She tries to get a shot away and does, but it is pushed wide. Gallagher behind the net for the Dogs. So it does leave him a bit exposed. Going back to clean the puck up there for the Dogs, Johnson. Johnson had Godfrey with her. Pressed there by Poppy Kelly. And now it is Shay Gagnac trying to do something constructive for the Dogs. Look for the Inferno to pull the goalie. They've only got a minute to go. Will they pull the goalie this time? They did last time, and unfortunately they gave away an easy one. But now they've got 3-on-2. 1 minute remaining. Ridden off the puck there by Godfrey was Meissner. Meissner cycling around the Inferno are crashing net. The clock will stop because we only have a 1 goal differential. We are stop time for this last couple of minutes. So with 46 seconds to go, the Inferno have pulled the goalie. No, they've decided to call a timeout and also pull their goalie. They had an incident in the game last time around when just as they pulled their goalie, the other team's penalty ended up. They were on a power play and one of the other players jumped straight out across the net, picked up the loose puck and went in and scored a goal on an empty net. Very embarrassing, but that does happen when you make those choices. Unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't work out. It is a damn the torpedoes exercise. Pull the goalie and see what happens. But we have 46.4 seconds to go in the third. The Dogs with a 1 goal lead. 34 shots to 24 shots. Inferno have absolutely poured on the pressure in this last 5 minutes, certainly after that goal. They created some great opportunities. It was a beautiful goal. It was played by Shana Godfrey, who you can expect would have always been involved in most of those goal plays. She managed to get the puck across to Paige Cameron, who was there to finish it off, and that will be a highlight reel goal, that one. And there was also Cochrane getting a point on that too. So Godfrey and Cochrane, part of that famous housemate line. Quiet tonight, though. We haven't seen a goal from the missing player from the Dogs, which is Danny Butler, who is not here. So that's one of the reasons why the Dogs haven't been quite so effective. Butler has scored most of the Dogs' goals, but when she's not here, it's a different team. They don't have that ability to score quite at whim, whereas previously they have. So missing Danny Butler for the Dogs has made a massive difference and certainly tightened things right up. 46.4 seconds to go in the period. The Inferno taking their time, getting things set up. They have pulled the goalie. They'll have 6 on. Watch for them to maybe run 2 or 3 players across the blue line and stack everyone else forward and try and get as many shots on the net as they possibly can.
Parrington wants to win this face-off. She doesn't, unfortunately for her. It's the Inferno's benefit. The Inferno can't just dump the puck down the other end. It's not a penalty, so they will get done for icing, which is not what they want. But what they do want to do is jam the puck into corners and just keep it stuck there. Dutton now looking for the opportunity to get it up. As the Inferno now 30 seconds to go. 1 goal the lead to the Dogs. Can the Inferno get the puck in the net? But dumping the puck down the other end, and it's going to miss everything, and it will go for icing, which stops the clock. So that's one of the hazards that the Dogs have to deal with. Is they have that numerical disadvantage, but it's not a power play. So if they dump the puck down the other end, it's brought back for another face-off for the Inferno. Now, defensive zone face-offs are always a great counter-attacking opportunity, and the Dogs know this only too well. But it does relieve the pressure for the Inferno, who now have 2 players stacking the net. And Georgia Carson creeping into, looking to try and get that quick shot on through the traffic. 18 seconds to go. This is a face-off that Parrington knows she has to win, but so too does Marnie Pullen. It's a bit of an indeterminate face-off. Puck goes into the corner, and that's where the Snipers want it. So that's where the Inferno want it. If they can kill it and just tie it up in the corners, that will run the clock down. 9 seconds, 8 seconds, 7 seconds. How can they get the puck out the front of the net? They do. Another shot on the net there by Mendham, but it wasn't enough, and that will clear the puck out of the zone. And in the end, the win goes to the Dogs with that 1 goal, about just midway, with only 4 minutes to go in the third, to Paige Cameron from a beautiful piece of inventive play by Shana Godfrey. So a great game there, very exciting. But you can see the difference. You don't have to shut down Danny Butler if she's not here. And I guess that's the key to the game, to being competitive with the Dogs. So you've got to shut down those 3, but when one of them's away, then that makes it a lot easier. And I believe that Danny Butler may actually be away for quite some time. So doesn't make any difference to the ladder at the moment. The Dogs stay on top and they stay undefeated. It was a great game, however. We will have, for the round 3, game 2, which is next Friday, on Friday the 2nd of August at 7:25 p.m, and that's here again at iceHQ. And it will be the Snipers versus the Inferno, and the Dogs will have the bye. Coming up next this evening, we have the T2 Women's League, which is the Dogs and the Inferno again, and we'll be bringing that to you in about 15 minutes. I can't wait. Bring it on.